from
I'm from
Brazil.
the same place you're from. I'm from the same place. We're all from the same
chaos.
place. You know where we're all from? We're from dirt. Because
We
if you look
are.
at the planet from outer space, it's just
That's
a big
true.
ball of dirt.
It is.
Ocean and earth, but it's dirt. It's inanimate.
It's
And
true.
What the miracle is that within that dirt, there's a fire.
Hey, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm recording this intro after doing all of the interviews. I wasn't going to be able to trick you guys because the sun has gone down. But I had just finished doing all my interviews. But wait, I'm going to show you the interviews I did. Hello, my name is Lyle. I am a gecko. I am here in Miami Beach. The interviews I had today were great. I'm excited for you guys to see them. Very motivational, very ethereal, very out there conversations with people. And we're here in Miami. Let's talk to some people. Hello.
Hi,
What's your name, man?
my name is Leo. Hi,
Leo,
hey.
nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
What are you doing out here on Miami Beach today?
So I'm just here enjoying the day,
Okay.
doing some meetings with my clients.
Doing some meetings with your clients.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of clients do you got? What kind of work do you do?
So I own a concierge company. It's called Miami VIP.
Yeah.
We do car rentals, yachts, mansions, jets, jet skis, you name it, we have it. We provide that service at the highest level. And anybody who wants to come to Miami and have a good time, we're here to provide that service for them.
What to you is your idea of a good time in Miami?
The client lands here, we prepare everything before they even get here, where we have a greeter directing them to the driver. There's a driver, chauffeur taking them to their hotel or their Airbnb or the mansion that they booked through us. While we have a chef there cooking, their lunch before arrival. If they order any cars, exotics, the cars are already parked at the mansion or their hotel. We have a driver that's gonna take them to dinner. If they want to get a hotel, a yacht.
Yeah.
We have a yacht booking. If they want to go to a club and book a table, we have that as well. People that is going to escort people to their designed, service.
Okay. And you personally, are you very into the high life? Do you like, big fancy cars and yachts? Is that what does it for you in this world?
What does it for me is more just being able to provide a great service for my clientele.
Hell yeah.
It's not about the money. It's more about the service and the way
Interesting.
they feel. So when they come to Miami, I want them to feel like they just, somebody comes to your house, you want them to feel welcomed.
Interesting.
So when they go back, when they do come back to Miami, they think about you because you make them feel welcome to your services, and it was top notch. So.
Has that been a constant throughout your life? You wanting
Yes.
to provide service for other people?
Yeah, I've always wanted to, make other people, just provide anything.
Yeah.
To not just to make money. At first it was to make money, just to like pay the bills and stuff like that. But once you get in it for a while, you understand that it's just about the servicing, because that's what lasts longer than just the money.
Interesting. So before you were doing all this high-end stuff, what were some other ways in your life that you have provided service to other people?
I used to teach people how to dance.
Nice.
I used to sell candy in school. I used to sell shoes, Jordans.
Yeah? It sounds like you were very entrepreneurial for a while.
So I come from Colombia, so I didn't have a social security at one point to work, until I finally got it. I'm able to open up a company now, but before you can't get a job, so you had to figure it out.
You came from Colombia?
From Colombia, yeah.
Wow. When did you come here from Colombia?
When I was 6.
When you were 6. Do you ever go back to Colombia?
No.
No?
No.
Is there a reason why not?
Because I just got my passport now, so before now I could go back to Colombia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Why did you pick Miami to come to? Well, I guess you didn't pick it. Your
I didn't
parents would
pick
have
it.
picked it.
Yeah,
if you
my
were
grandmother
6,
picked
but-
it. Yeah.
Okay, why do you continue to stay in Miami? What do you like about it?
I traveled all over the United States, but Miami to me is more like, the world, because you have so many ethnicities here in Miami. People from Russia, people from Colombia, people from Jamaica, people from Germany, people from all over the world. That I feel like this is where the world is, in Miami.
What have you learned from meeting so many people all over the place?
I learned that that life is a journey, and it's forever changing. And you can't stay satisfied with one thing, because then that's when you stop living. I think you should always evolve and always want to learn and meet new people and see new places. so you could keep expanding your own soul, and that's how you live life.
It seems like you're really, I mean, you're not just saying that. It seems like you're really living that,
Yeah.
I mean, doing like candy and Jordans all the way up to yachts and exotic
Right.
cars, and like, even from what you're saying about it not being about just the money, like you just care about the grind. Like you seem like you're going to be doing this for the rest of your life.
For the rest of my life.
You're not the kind of guy that wants to retire, are you?
No, we don't retire.
Okay.
We retire our kids. Whenever
Sure.
we go.
Sure.
But I've been very blessed to been able to take people like Rihanna
Yeah.
or Jamie Foxx as
Yeah.
clients. So I manifested that. So I'm a big believer in the law of attraction.
Yeah.
I believe that people say right place, right time, and I think that means that you never quit, because that right place, right time is gonna come. But if you quit or you take a day off or you procrastinate, that was the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it just happens.
Mhm.
So I don't believe in giving up. I don't believe in feeling sorry for myself or anybody else. I believe in just making it happen. And an L doesn't mean lose, it means a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't try, you're never gonna learn. And you miss 100% of the shots you never take. So I take shots every single day.
How do you feel like you've developed this mentality over the years?
Through adversity, because
Yeah.
adversity either breaks you or makes you a record breaker.
Mhm,
Mhm. Where I come from, it was already broken scenario in Colombia, third world country. It's crazy. But coming over here, it's an opportunity. There's no way you're gonna take that for granted.
Mhm.
You can't take opportunities for granted. You can't take people that love you and truly want to help you, them for granted. You can't. You gotta just be true to yourself, be real, and then things are gonna happen the way they're supposed to happen.
I respect that a lot as a way of being wired for life, like always wanting to grow and always wanting to do the absolute best you can. Are there any like pain points to that? Are there any occurrences or things that happen that kind of like make it hard for you to keep going?
No, I just believe in I have family members that passed away,
Yeah.
And I just believe that the fact that I'm still alive and I've overcame adversity, I just cherish life at the highest level too, where nothing really bothers me. I'm thankful for every single moment. Like being in the highway,
Yeah.
and maybe you miss an exit.
Yeah.
And maybe you're about to be late to something that you need to be on time to.
Yeah.
But it's a redirection from God. Maybe if you would have took the right direction, you would have crashed or something would have happened.
I think about it all the time.
So you just let it go, because there's nothing good comes from
Yeah.
being negative or like being in sorrow or in a dark moment. So you just let it go and just keep pushing forward, and then let it
Of course. I love what you said about the exit. I think about that anytime I get like pissed off about something,
Right.
or I feel like I made a mistake. Like the timelines are mysterious and infinite, and so you never know what could have happened.
I just believe in the law of attraction so much that nothing bothers me. Things that used to bother me don't bother me anymore.
What used to bother you?
The way people like communicated with each other. Now I'm just like, okay, that's how they are, and you can't really force anything upon anybody.
The people that you're surrounded with in life, your friends and family, do they have a similar mindset as you?
Now they do, yes, because I've cut a lot of people off that didn't, and I understood that if I didn't choose that, I was always gonna remain.
Was that hard for you?
Yes, of course. Yeah, because you grew up with these people, you love them, you done play video games with them, you play basketball with them, you won championships with them, but they chose to stay in a different mindset. They don't want to progress or grow or to get to the next level as much as I do, because obviously we didn't come from the same scenario. We didn't start at the same start line.
Yeah.
I just happened to come here from a different country where it was like really bad, and I have a different goal in life. The goal is not about getting all the money in the world and stuff like that. It's about being able to take care of those people who are around you while you're here and after that.
What's your goal for the future? Are you trying to just scale this luxury yacht thing, or are there like businesses that you want to try out or anything?
So we're actually I love that question, because we're actually launching an app that's going to be worldwide. It's called Members Only. You're going to be able to book cars, yachts, mansions, jets.
But you got to be
events. But you got to be a member only if you want to get the lowest cost possible.
Okay.
So members get the lowest cost possible.
Okay.
Non-members, they could book like regular, regular clients, they could just book. But if you do get the membership, you get it with the NFT, and you also get the wholesale access to the services that you want to book, that you usually booking. Instead of having the broker in the middle, you're automatically booking directly through the owner.
Now, how does one become a member? Do you have to like be famous or something? Or
No, you just gotta have, the first tier that we're starting it off is at $10,000,
Okay.
right? And that gives you access to the wholesale, everything, the yachts, the mansions, the cars, not waiting in line at the club,
Okay.
reservations, walk right in, you don't have to wait, the top
Wait,
notch
when
service.
somebody comes in who spent $10,000 to stay in the club, and part of the experience is walking past the people that didn't, and like, do they
get
get
like,
pissed? Do they like look at them like, man, those fucking rich people just?
I mean, sometimes that's what feeds the ego.
Sure.
So it's really like the ego that you're feeding.
What's your relationship like with your ego?
I don't have an ego no more. I used to have a huge ego.
These people the people that you service, do you see like a lot of ego?
No. You would think that the people that have a lot of money are the most egoistical. They're actually the most humblest people.
Interesting.
They actually want to help everybody else. What everybody else is looking at them as, whatever, this rich person, they're really like, hey, I hope I can help you out, but I'm on my way to having some fun.
Right.
But
right.
there's no ego when it comes to that. Some people are, but the people that I deal with, they're not.
What's your name again, man?
My name is Leo.
Leo, very nice to meet you, man. Is there
Likewise.
anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
I just want to say, trust God and stay positive. Never let your dreams go. Never let anybody stop you from achieving your goal, even if it sounds crazy to them. Keep going, never stop, and then you're going to be at the right place at the right time, and that's what's going to do it for you. And one day, you're going to achieve all the dreams that you ever thought of achieving. So that's my message to the world. Let's go.
Hey, thanks, Leo, man. Appreciate it.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. My Instagram is MIAVIP. Follow it.
Just MIAVIP?
Just MIAVIP.
I feel like that's like a pretty good handle.
That's perfect.
I feel like that would be taken. You would have to put like a 69 or an underscore in there.
Yeah, right.
MIAVIP.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
check you out.
Yes, sir.
One day maybe I'll get a yacht from you.
I hope
if
you do.
things go well.
I hope you do. And we take a picture on the boat with that outfit that you got. A beautiful outfit.
Beautiful. Thank you, man. Hey, take care, Leo.
Thank you.
You want to come be on the thing? What's your name, man?
My name's AJ.
AJ. Nice to meet you. I'm a Gecko. What are you all about, man?
Me, man, I'm all about finding your own way of life and just enjoying the hell out of it.
What are you enjoying about life these days?
Just my own vision, the way that I can be able to breathe my own thoughts and my own dreams into existence.
Okay.
Because one thing that he said that caught my attention was trust God. But
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about what that really looks like, because God's gonna put thoughts in your own brain for a reason. He's gonna put situations in your life for a reason. Trusting in God is trusting in those situations to get you to the point where you want to be.
Are you a very religious guy?
I wouldn't call myself religious, and honestly, I have a different understanding in God than most other people.
Okay.
But yeah, my relationship with God is very strong, and it is definitely there.
What have you been like that your whole life, or was there a certain age period or even event that happened that caused you to have this deeper relationship?
Nah, I was more so like that my whole life. I just kind of like woke up and realized that most of these things that are being told to you are concepts that other people have thought, and that's their relationship with God. That's their thought of God, but it's different for everybody.
You said that you have a different relationship. The traditional, what I think of God is like, there is a man in the sky who is manipulating the events of the universe for whatever reason, in whatever way, and we're praying to him in the hopes that he does good stuff and not bad stuff. That's what I would think of as the traditional sense, and you feel like you have a different point of view. What would you say yours is?
My point of view would be, if you know that God's gonna put certain thoughts in certain situations in your life, and you know that you have to figure those out yourself, trusting in God isn't really trusting in this higher power that's just gonna create, a life that you wanted out of the blue. It's trusting in yourself, that you know what you need to do.
Interesting. So you're developing a lot more trust in yourself.
Yeah, a lot more trust, a lot more confidence. I'm starting to take more risks in my life.
Can you tell me about any risks that you've taken recently?
Yeah, I mean, right now.
Okay.
3 days ago, I live in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 days ago I was in Massachusetts. I took a flight down here for a couple days, and it just kept coming. Like the gratification and the blessings just kept coming. It was crazy.
What made you want to take a trip from Massachusetts down here for 3 days?
Him.
Oh, your friend?
Yeah, I saw
Okay.
the life that he was living, and I mean, I grew up, not really grew up with him, but like for a couple years I've just been seeing his growth, and
Yeah.
like he's human, I'm
Yeah.
human. If he can do it, I can do it.
Are you in school or working now at all?
No, I dropped out.
Okay. Would you drop out of high school?
Yeah.
What made you drop out?
I dropped out because I didn't like what they were teaching me, and it wasn't valuable. I was wondering why I should be learning science and history and all this when I want to be a businessman. I want to be influencer. You know, I want to be talking to people on a stage type stuff. Why am I learning science when I could be putting all of my energy, all of my time into that one specific area and become a prodigy at a young age?
What is it that you would like to be a prodigy of, or do you have like a type of business, or give me your ideal life?
My
Or
ideal life?
What's the dream?
The dream would definitely just be a blessings of abundance around me with great relationships, healthy relationships is what I mean by that, and good business people around me. Cause I'm not one to labelize. I'm not one to labelize what it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
But more so just know how it's gonna feel.
Yeah.
And like what I'm gonna be surrounded by. That's where I get my vision of where I'm going. So I just see, you know, a lot of people around me trusting in the vision.
Was it scary for you to make the jump of you're saying you're taking a lot of risks? Was it scary for you to make the jump to leave high school and come down here?
Definitely.
What were you afraid of?
All of it, everything.
And can I ask you, I know, so it's been about, how long has it been since you dropped out?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. So the things that you were afraid of happening when you dropped out, how many of them have happened?
Not one.
Really?
Not one.
Interesting.
Literally not one.
Interesting. That's cool to hear. Man.
It really goes to show that you create your own problems in your head before you can even go do it.
And how many of the things that were like the pros, the reasons that you thought it might pay off, how many of them have paid off so far?
All of them. For one thing, dropping out. I knew dropping out was gonna pay off. I had my own source of direction with that.
Okay.
And when I went to try to like validate that with other people, everyone would be like, "You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong." And that's
Sure.
where I started breathing my own vision into my own mind by saying, "I know what I'm doing." Like,
So tell me the ways that you feel it has paid off.
I have more freedom. I'm stressing less. I get to educate myself every single day on what I choose to educate myself on. So like a lot of people, when they think of education, they go right to school, and it's a bad memory, so they just like throw it out the window. Like I get to recreate what education is to me because it's a good thing. Like I get to I love educating myself. I'm always on to the next thing, like trying to learn something new.
Can I ask you real talk? Are you worried at all about money and like just the sort of general survival stuff?
Nah, I have an affirmation. I have 2 affirmations that I say to myself every morning. I'm not supposed to worry about the how, where, or when.
Okay.
And money isn't like, how can I phrase this? Money isn't something that is needed, more so of how one of God's house. Like that's one of his stepping stools to make it all happen. So like what you give out is what you're gonna receive. So like if I do touch money and I have money in my possession, I'm giving it back out. Like I'm reinvesting it. I'm giving it to people that are close in my life that are struggling and need help. And I don't ask for that stuff back. Like it's just a blessing from me to you because I know where I'm gonna be in the future. And I feel once you step over the people that helped you to get to money, that's when you become like this soul selling person, stuff like that.
How do you know Leo?
I literally just met him. Like,
Oh, you guys just met?
Like not even an hour ago.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Have you been meeting a lot of people out here in Miami by just walking around and hanging out?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And this is your friend?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I don't want to bring him on the camera because I know he doesn't want to come on, but have you two been, like, doing it together out here?
He spoke the dream into me to drop out. He was literally like, this is where I'm heading. You're human too. You can go there too. And I was like, bet. Went to school, dropped out.
What's your name again, man?
My name's AJ.
AJ, good luck to you, man. You know, listen, it's a very, very difficult thing to want to make a decision that everybody around you is telling you not to make. And kind of similar to what I was talking to him about with the timelines of, like, you just have no fucking idea in life of what will lead where. I appreciate your courage. I appreciate the agency that you're taking with your own life. I hope it works out for you. And the thing is like, I mean, no matter what happens, you know, you're young, you'll be able to find some way to make it in this world. I'm 100% sure of that.
Definitely. Nah, but you guys can find me on Instagram at thatboy, BOI_Ja.
What is it, that boy or dat boy?
That boy.
I'm gonna spell this. THATBOI
_JA.
JA. That boy _JA.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to say to the people of the computer before we go?
Just trust yourself and follow what you know you need to do. That's it. That's all life is. That's all you need.
Hey, take care, man. Thank you for talking to a Gecko.
I appreciate you.
That was interesting. It was very interesting talking to both of those guys. Everyone who knows me knows that I forget names very easily, and I forgot the name of the second guy I talked to. But, you know, dropping out of high school, I personally wouldn't recommend it because it's just high school. But, I mean, that even me not recommending it goes into the next part of what I was saying to him, and what I want to say about it is, like I said, very difficult to make a decision for yourself at what seems like a very young age to do something that most people are telling you not to do. And when it comes to the timelines of life, not a single person is clairvoyant enough to know what will and what will not work out. And it's weird, right? Because like I was talking about with Leo, your life could lead you one way where this thing happens that's really good, but then that causes a bad thing to happen, or a really bad thing happens that causes a really good thing to happen, and then everything's great forever, but then it's not, and then a bad thing happens, and then a good thing, it's just crazy. Nobody knows what's going on in this world, and where the decisions you make in your life will take you. And it was great talking to both of them about that subject, and I hope that they each are continuing to do well with their life and their decisions and living in the universe. Also, it is raining outside, and I don't know how much longer this will... Do you want to talk to a gecko? Okay. And I don't know how much longer we'll be able to do this, so this whole thing might be those two interviews, but let's see if we can get a few more. What's your name, dude?
My name's Adriel.
Andriel, nice to meet you, man.
brother.
What are you doing out here in Miami?
Oh, just enjoying the beach now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you come out here a lot?
I come out to the beach, I'd say often, yeah. I come out here often. I like to work out here in the free workout area there.
What do you do around here in Miami?
Oh, I work at a Quickie Mart there on 15th Street and Washington Avenue. I'm also starting a job doing roofing. What are you all about in life? Adriel, you said?
Adriel, yes, sir.
Adriel, what are you all about in life, man? What makes you tick? What makes me tick? I try not to get ticked.
You try not to get ticked?
Yeah, I don't like to get ticked, so I don't tick.
Okay, you try not to get ticked.
I stay away from the ticking, you know?
Okay.
I like to be in the flow of the now of the piece, you know?
Okay. The flow of the now of the piece. What kinds of things do you do to remain in the flow of the now of the piece?
I practice peace. Peace is within you. Peace is your nature. Peace is my nature. Peace is within us all. So I've been revealed a gift, so to say. A gift, not that I've been given a gift. The gift is already within me and you and everyone. The gift I've been revealed is the ability to feel and experience the infinite which resides within me. The gift is life, this infinite breath. It's this energy was never born or never be destroyed. So I've been shown a way how to feel that breath, you know?
So with that gift, with that peace inside of you, inside of me, inside of everyone, how do people get themselves more in touch with that peace?
Well, they have to listen to the message of peace. To listen to it, you just go to timelesstoday.com.
Timeless.com. What is that?
Timelesstoday.com.
Timelesstoday.com. What does that do?
The website. That's the website where you can hear the message of peace. So when you go into that website on your cell phone, you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the screen on the phone, and then you download the Timeless Today app, the application, right?
Is this your app?
No, it's my teacher's app.
Okay.
So then the second step is you swipe the screen on your cell phone from left to right, and a pop-up screen is going to appear, narrow screen with different words. You find the word PEAK, P-E-A-K, all caps.
PEAK,
and you listen.
Go to timeless.com.
Timeless Today, no, not timeless.com, timelesstoday.com.
Timelesstoday.com. Download the app. Find the word PEAK.
Download the app, which is in the bottom of the screen.
Okay.
And then you swipe the screen from left to right, and PEAK appears. You find PEAK, and then you listen to the PEAK.
What is PEAK?
PICS stands for Peace, Education, and Knowledge.
Peace, Education, and Knowledge.
And knowledge of the self, which is the only true knowledge.
Okay.
According to the Upanishads, which were the students of Lord Krishna, the only knowledge is knowledge of the self. What is the self? Is it the thoughts? Is it your body? Is it your religion? Is it your likes or your dislikes or your skin color? No, the self is this. Look. The self is this universe, this breath, this wave, this beat, this metronome that's pulsing within us all. So this is about knowing the self, knowing that breath, feeling, experiencing the miracle of life that's within us all.
So
not being lost and follow our lives, following the questions which lead us to be uncertain, and doubtful and not having expectations, but just feeling that simple reality, one breath in, one breath out, regardless of everything else.
As you live your life, as you go around and talk to people and experience things, do you believe that most people are in touch with their peace or have issues being more in touch with their peace?
Well, I don't like to generalize,
of course,
and say that most people, because that's not really saying anything.
Of course,
I find a lot of people that are unconscious. The great disease that humanity is suffering today is called unconsciousness. Yeah, we're like a sleeping giant. A sleeping giant is also many people. The vast majority of people are asleep. Not like asleep as in when you go to sleep at night or the day. Whether you work the graveyard shift or not, but like asleep, like you're unconscious of this life. Yeah, you're unconscious of who you are. We are unconscious of the miracle of life that's within. We have lost the touch with the infinite, with the divine, that's within. Did
you have a moment or a journey to becoming conscious of who you are?
Well, I was born in 1979. And when I was 1, 2, and 3, I felt that peace. As babies, we're all conscious of that peace. And then I started, later maybe 3.5, I started thinking. Thoughts started popping up in my head. And I became intrigued by these thoughts. These questions that kept on appearing, I saw my mom cooking, and I saw the fire, and I said, "Wow, Mom, what's the fire?" She says, "Oh, that cooks food." And I'm like, "Okay." It makes, and I said, "Wow, it cooks the food. It makes it so yummy. That's magic. I want to know that magic." So I touched it. She said, "Don't touch it. You're gonna get burned." I was like, "No, it's magic." I had to feel the fire to know the nature of fire. It burns. So in my life, there was a question within me that arose when I was like 3 and 4. I said, what is this God thing that everyone's talking about? What is this religion? I don't believe in that. That's not enough. That doesn't substantiate my
it's
thirst.
Just like the fire, you had to see it or touch it to believe it.
I had to know. Who I am. I had to know. I said, I will find you. What will I find? I made a promise to myself. I said, I'll find you. What will I find? I made a promise that I'd find that heaven that I was feeling when I was 2 and 1 and 3, and I forgot the way to that heaven. I forgot the techniques of knowledge of the self. I forgot the way, the bridge that leads to heaven that's within. Because God's in heaven. I don't believe in God, but if there's a God, it has to be within us all. Because God means generator, operator, and destroyer, right? When my body came out of my mom's womb, I was a body with a beating heart, and I was connected by the umbilical cord, so thus I did not have my independent body. I was an extension of my mother. Yes. It was not until the doctor cut the umbilical cord that the miracle of life came in. When the breath came into me, that's when I began to move my hand and my feet, and as I started to feel, I became a feeling machine, and the breath came in, and I was generated. It brought me life, and now I'm operating because the breath comes in and out. A simple beat, simple steady rhythm, a simple sway, like the ocean of answers. Every breath is an answer to the question that soar in your head, but it's the answer to the question without the question. The answer
Every
to your
breath
question,
is. I want to unpack that. Every
Yeah.
breath is an answer to the question.
Without
What
the
is-
question.
Without the question. Every breath is an answer to the question without the question.
right?
What is the question?
The question, we all have different questions in our mind. The mind makes endless amount of questions.
It does. It does. It makes a
And
lot of
we try to
questions.
find the answers to those questions, but
Where
we
am I
don't find
eating
the
for
answers to
dinner
the
tonight?
questions.
What's the meaning
we
of my
find ourselves
life?
lost with more questions.
Oh,
every,
yeah.
every question you have leads us to have 7 more questions. And those 7 questions leads us to have 49 more questions. And,
Oh, yeah. It's
And ad
infinite.
infinitum.
Infinite.
And that's what we search as humanity. We search those questions. We say black and white, rich, poor, fat, skinny, short, tall, Christian, Jewish. We differentiate. We're all the same, my brother. It doesn't matter what your religion, nothing. We're all the same. We all have this body and we all have the breath. And one day the breath will leave the body and it will not return. And then at that moment you will destroy. And I just spelled God, G-O-D. Generator, operator, and destroyer. Look, she looks like she's in peace.
Hello.
You see?
How are you? Are you having a nice, peaceful day? That's good. Oh, I'm a gecko. A lot of people think that I'm a frog. That's one of the most common misconceptions.
The misconception. A gecko is like it's similar to a lizard, but it's all green. That's what he's dressed up as a gecko.
Why are you guys talking?
We're talking because we're having fun.
Send to the whole entire universe.
This centers the whole universe within. The universe is within you.
Why do you want
The universe that's out there is also within us.
Why did I want to be a gecko?
Does that camera
Well-
attract you to show to other TV?
Yeah, it's going to be aired on TV and everyone's going to be able to listen to this conversation we're having. They're going to see you too, and they're going to see your sister.
You guys are going to be on TV,
on national
baby.
TV.
No, we're not brothers and sisters.
Your friends.
Yeah, because my mom and dad, they went to go to a hotel. So, her dad is taking care of me.
Oh, both of you. Okay.
Yeah, and my other brother, he's with his friends. So we separate each other because sometimes we fight. So we have a lot in common with each other.
Oh,
You said sometimes you guys fight?
no, they have fun.
Oh, they have fun.
They have fun. Yeah, they say we have fun.
Oh, okay.
Kids don't
good.
fight.
Good, good, good.
That comes from
Sure.
that's what peace makes you avoid. At this age, these people are not fighting. They look like angels. You know?
Yeah. Are you?
They don't look like
You
evil.
say you're not angels? Are you guys having a good day at the beach?
Paint your face.
I did paint my face. Have you ever gotten your face painted before?
No.
No, you've never been to a fair, gotten the lady.
have.
What did you get your face painted as?
Wait, I was a superhero or somebody?
You were a superhero.
Yeah, I was a superhero. Somebody painted my face.
Do you want to talk in the microphone, kid?
microfono, filha.
Parla italiano.
Fala italiano.
Parla português.
Oh.
Com eles. Fala inglês.
No.
Speak in English.
Tudo bem, tudo bem.
Hola.
It's in English, thanks. Wow.
Where are you from?
I'm from
I'm from
I'm from the same place you're
Brazil.
from. I'm from the same place. We're all from the same
chaos.
place. You know where we're all from? We're from dirt. Because
We
if you look
are-
at the planet from outer space, it's just
That's
a big
true.
ball of dirt.
It is.
Ocean and Earth, but it's dirt. It's inanimate.
It's
and
true.
What the miracle is that within that dirt, there's a fire that brings it life, that
Yes.
makes it move around the sun.
Yes.
So we're all from the same place. There are no barriers in outer space. There's no Mexico and USA. It's all the same.
No.
It's the evil people in this world that make differences because they
because
want
I
to slave us
believe-
all. They want to slave us.
I
But we're
believe in
not.
this-
We're not born slaves. We're born free. You see?
I believe in this great big ball of dirt world. You can be anything you want, and so if that is true, why not be a green gecko
a green
on
gecko.
TV?
And it's true
And you
that
can be
geckos
whatever you
can
want.
change color.
And geckos can change color.
Some
They
gecko,
do.
You're thinking actually of a chameleon. Most of chameleons.
Geckos don't change color. You're correct.
No, but I don't change color. But there are some geckos that are different.
He's not
colors.
gonna turn black.
Okay.
He's green. He's
I'm
gonna turn
green,
white
guy.
here. He's green today.
Are you?
Say-
What are your guys' names?
My name is Joa and
Joa,
Ayla.
Joa, and Ayla.
That's the daddy that's taking care of you.
Yes.
I was.
And
I was.
he's
I
more
was like,
buff.
where
He's
are
more
these
buff
guys'
than me, man.
parents?
He's got to be my personal trainer.
Do you want to say hi on the thing? I don't really know what this is anymore, but I'm rolling with it. You want to come on? You want to come on over for a sec? All right, no worries, man.
You can seriously, you can be on TV. It's true.
Daddy's is that your daddy or her daddy?
Her daddy.
Your daddy's calling both of you. He wants you to go over there.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for having some time with us, guys.
Hey, thank you, man.
Bye-bye.
Hey, take care, guys. Can I set it on your TV? Maybe. This is going out to all of the TVs. Have a good one, guys.
All right.
That was fun,
That was
man.
nice, right?
That was fun.
Yeah, he's gonna be on TV.
It's funny, man. I set this thing up, and any random thing happens. I'm weird. I'm like, I don't know how to talk to children. I never know
Right.
how to like,
Right.
you know, fucking
Right,
make
converse with
conversation
children,
with
right,
them. But
yeah.
it actually seems pretty easy. When,
Simple.
You know.
Simple, right?
Okay, so you talked about peace, right? And how we all have our peace.
Yes.
Do you think that when you are born and when you're a child, you are more connected with your peace, and growing older, it becomes harder to connect with your peace? Or do you think there's a variable, a correlation there?
Well, I don't want to get too technical here, but
Sure.
to answer your question somewhat,
Yeah.
I feel, I mean, it's different for everyone. You know, some children are born into terrible. I mean, look at the children in you know, Arabia.
Yeah.
These people got murdered
Sure.
by the Israelis. You know, and here they are saying that it's an endless war between the, you know, the descendants of Noah, right? Like, I mean, excuse me, Moses, the cousins that were always bickering and fighting, right? From when the great ark came, you know, and the 30-day flood, you know, and then you know, Noah, you know, was selected.
yeah, with the flood,
and
he had
then
the ark.
they landed and then the cousins, and they've been fighting ever since.
Yeah.
Same thing's going on today. The Arabs and you know, and the Jews. But the Arabs and the Jews don't exist. We're all the same. There's no such thing as Jewish or Arab or Muslim. It's bullshit. Excuse my language.
Sure.
Bogus untruth. We're all the same. There's no. You're not who you think you are. You say, "Oh, I'm Christian." You're not Christian. You are.
You
And
just
because
did-
you are, you can say you believe in Christ, but you are. You'll forget that you are. Before you're Christian, you are. Then you decide to believe a set of doctrines, a set doctrine of Christianity, and follow these rites and rituals and say you're Christian. You're not Christian. Jesus wasn't Christian. Jesus wasn't a Jew. Jesus was a man. Moses wasn't a Jewish either. He was a man. You know, we're all the same. Krishna was the
Just a
man.
guy.
Just men that were speaking about
Cells
peace.
and lungs and Jesus. He was just a bunch of lungs and-
Gita.
Yeah.
She was another perfect master that
Yeah.
revealed the light of life. You know, Moses, Krishna, Buddha, Muhammad, Socrates. Socrates said, "Know thyself." Jesus said, "The kingdom of heaven is within you." And now today, all these masters are dead. So if you're looking for peace, you need the living master. Because if you have a disease, you don't go to a dead doctor. You go to a living doctor. That he may reveal you the light of life. He may
Who do you
reveal to you
believe? Do you
the
have
peace.
a living master in
I
your
do have a
life?
living master.
Who's the living master?
For me?
Yeah.
I can't tell you who's the living master. For me, my master is Prem Rawat.
Prem Rawat.
He's the one that you're going to hear speak when you go to timelesstoday.com.
Okay,
When you scroll to the bottom of the
timelesstoday.com, we'll
page
check that out.
and you download the Timeless Today app, and then you swipe the screen from left to right and listen to Peak, P-E-A-K. He speaks about this life, and he's going to take you to that place of heaven within you. He's going to show you that mirror so you can look
Okay.
within you and be free. Liberation. Freedom from your mind, from Satan.
That
Because
sounds
Satan
cool.
means I conceal or I hide away the infinite truth. What is your infinite truth? It's this breath. It's the only thing that's yours, that's infinite, and that will continue to remain true to you throughout your whole entire life. Because breath is energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed.
we do
So
one
that's
last-
just infinite. You know, and it's yours because it's the only thing that belongs to you. Your clothes that may be stolen, you know, and it's infinite and it's mine because no one can take it from you.
You want to take one last breath together
Yeah,
before we
look.
go? Let's do it. What's your name again, man?
My name is Adriel Alejandro Jesus Ezekiel Manzarati.
Adriel.
My name Adriel means
Alejandro.
chosen of God. Alejandro means compassion. And Jesus means God is within us. God is with us. Ezekiel means the strength of God. So my name is a parable, which means because I'm chosen of God, I have compassion. And because God is within us, I have the strength of God.
Take care, man.
All right,
Thank you
bro.
for talking to Gecko.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Well, I certainly learned a lot about God. Certainly learned a lot about the breath. Learned a lot about folks. What's your name, man?
Jan, yours.
Jan?
Jamie.
Jamie, nice to meet you, man.
Likewise.
What's going
There you
on
go,
with you?
full hand.
What are you doing here at the beach
Chilling,
today?
man. Actually, I'm about to create a podcast and You have the best idea ever. I commend you
Oh, thanks
for coming
man.
out here. This is amazing, dude.
Thanks.
Have you been to the
man.
beach?
No, I haven't been to the beach yet. I'm just chilling here.
Is the Gecko from here?
The Gecko is from. I'm in town from Los Angeles right now, but I've never been to Miami before.
First time.
What would you say Miami's all about?
The people.
The people.
That's it.
What kind of people live in Miami? What are the people
All sorts
like?
of people. It's kind of like a little bit. I would say it's kind of like New York, but less of the craziness.
Okay.
I think it's becoming slowly like a better New York, just because of the mix of nature and city life that you have.
What do you do around here? Do you go to school or work?
No,
or
I work and I'm trying to set up a few things online.
What are you trying to set up online, man?
A few companies online. One of them being a podcast that I'm trying to come up with to
Oh, yeah?
help certain people. You know,
What's the podcast about?
interviews for people that started from nothing and made it to something. As soon as they felt that they had something going on, that's where I want to come in and do the interview from that point to that point, and maybe leave space for when you actually pop even more. I want to see the process within the actual podcast, so it will be nice.
Interesting.
It will be
So
nice.
you like following people's journeys
Absolutely.
from kind
Absolutely.
of struggling?
That's
with,
what got me here,
really,
to talk to you.
really.
I saw you by over there and I said, dude, this is awesome.
Thanks,
This is awesome.
man.
I was gonna start my lease. The lease took a while longer, so I couldn't start it. And I said, I haven't seen anybody buy it. I wonder if I'm gonna be like the only one out here. I don't want to be the only one out here, but at the same time, I also don't want to be the 10th or the 15th person. And actually, I'm surprised that you're out of the city, out of the state, coming out here to do it. I thought that maybe somebody else would come already. I've seen people like Harry Mack, you know him?
Harry Mack?
Harry Mack.
No, who's that?
So he does kind of freestyles. You probably I don't know if you see. Well, you haven't
wait,
seen
yes,
him.
I do know who that
The
is.
freestyle. He's walked this place
Yeah,
plenty
yeah,
of
yeah.
times, plenty of times with his camera.
Oh, you're talking about just people coming out here and like
and
doing
actually doing
videos. and
yeah,
stuff.
doing something like it. It's
Okay.
unbelievable, dude. I
You haven't
commend
seen this before, have you?
Never.
Okay, cool.
out here.
Good.
No, this is the first time. First
Perfect.
time.
So
Great
you said
idea.
you want to start a podcast and you want to do
Definitely.
stuff out here.
Definitely.
What is it? What
Definitely.
kind of stuff do you want to do?
All sorts of interviews for people that are
People that-
either
right.
that started fighting.
Sure.
I have a few friends that started fighting. I don't know if you know about Cuban Santana. His name is actually Durant. He fought on bare knuckle. Second fight. Hey, buddy.
Hello.
So second fight, for both knockout in the first round,
Yeah.
and he had no fighting experience. He was actually an artist, a singer. So he put that on a pause to take upon a new path, and it actually shows that sometimes you want to take a different route, or maybe you want to find where you're really good at. You know, even if you think that you're really good at something, you know, like he thought that he was really good at singing, and he is.
So tell me about you. I want to know what your story is, man. How did you always live in Miami or did you move here?
No, I've always lived in Miami since I came. I'm actually Cuban.
Okay,
Like,
cool.
Probably
Yeah, I know
90%
that there's like a
of us.
large Cuban population around
Yeah,
here.
it's like I would say like 65 to 70%.
Okay.
Out here it's Latino or you know, there's a large amount of Cuban, but by now it's more like the Hispanic community. You can't even say that, oh no, Cubans are the majority. I don't think you can say that anymore. It's a large mix right about now, and I actually love it. Kind of feels like when you go to Cali or Las Vegas,
Yeah.
you always see people from all over the world, you know, and that's always good.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like. Do you feel like people don't see Miami as that, as kind of a melting pot place like New York?
I mean, from recent, yeah, maybe not that long ago, maybe what is going to be thought of to be like that. But I think that recently it has turned into that melting pot where, you know, you get people from, hey, buddy,
Sure, it's a puppy.
from all over the place, you know. And what you're starting to get is just people from all over the world that want to come and stay,
Yeah.
you know, even though it's turning out to be really expensive.
What is it? So I know that you're starting a bunch of stuff up. What is it that you're doing presently?
I do a bunch of hours for a few companies right now to collect as much OT as I can.
Yeah.
That way I can fund my projects.
Nice.
Which I think that honestly, a lot of people since the pandemic over kind of got the idea, look, dude, this is probably what I should be doing, you know, starting my own thing. So I think a lot of people have started that same project.
Yeah. No, it's a great thing to have your own thing going on. You know.
How long have you been doing it?
I've been doing this for like 2.5. Well, I've been like
On and off?
making stuff for like over a decade, but I've been doing this for like 2.5 years, pretty much. being a
Nice.
gecko and talking to people. It's been
Nice.
fun, man. So far, I feel like the theme. I talked to a few other guys who were also talking about like, their dreams of running their businesses, and the theme of this episode seems like it is people going after their dreams and taking risks and making tough decisions that they feel is the right one for them.
I feel like the pandemic kind of woke that beast inside a
You think
lot
so?
of
Did the
people.
pandemic wake that beast in you?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think the thing is, I think that we all got a sense of like, if we're gonna live, we better live to our fullest potential.
Right, because you never know when shit could just go down.
And that's it. This could be your last week.
Yeah, I think about that all the time.
You're gonna live that week different.
Yeah, yeah. Do you
So-
try to live as if every day was your last? It's a tough thing to do because it's not fully practical, but
Not necessarily my last, but more like living in the moment.
okay,
And
yeah,
I think that's something that a lot of us kind of like step back from. And I think the pandemic kind of gave us a lot of time to kind of like, definitely should be living in the moment, because you never know when the next moment is going to be your last moment. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, which goes back to it, but I don't really want to think like tomorrow could be my last day. I would more want to think about it like I'm living today to the most that I can. And you know, if I wasn't, honestly, I wouldn't be sitting here with you. I would have just passed by you.
Yeah.
I would have been doing whatever I was gonna do that way. Probably gone to work out and come back to this area, have dinner or something. You know, but why not participate in life?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Life could be just playing, you know, volleyball right here. So I'm surprised because I know a few people that, you know, roller skate and they do cycling around here almost every day, if not every day. But you ask them if they ever play volleyball down here, right here, and they'll probably just say, no, you know, I've never, you know. And I'm like, I mean, it's always good to focus on what you're doing. But why not one day just, you know, live life, come down here with a bunch of friends and make it a day.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people actually, you know, do it here, and from my perspective, it looks like they're having a damn blast.
Yeah, I love parks and I love areas where people aren't necessarily on their way to somewhere or in line for. They're not there for a reason. They're just there. They're just sitting, being, existing, playing ball, looking at stuff. I love
Soaking
parks
up.
where that shit is
Soaking
going
up,
on.
right?
Soaking it
Soaking
up,
up.
just being alive.
You know? So I honestly feel like so I don't know if it came from being in that same box. I think that a lot of us kind of get accustomed to a routine or to maybe a situation in life or it's just a job, and we kind of just walk, you know, tunnel vision, only at what's in front of us, you know. I spent a lot of years like that.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you your personal journey to this philosophy. Were you beforehand very much tunnel visioned? And if so, what kind of woke you up a little bit? Was it? I know you mentioned the pandemic, but I want to hear the timeline.
I think right before the pandemic, you know, I was doing a lot of office work and, you know, stuff like that, and it was very stressful, more mentally, you know, than physically. Because it's when you do office work and stuff like this, more paperwork and stuff like that. But you know, certain projects, certain things that you want to accomplish, and you're not seeing when you don't see change, you know, you don't see any improvements. It's that when you start to kind of stress, I think, you know, because you just don't see. At least the mind, I think, needs to see how work turns into a positivity and then sees reward. I don't think when you don't see that for a very long time, you kind of the mind and yourself kind of starts to stress itself, you know. And that took me in a very kind of like unsocial life. I did not have a social life at all. I was just more, you know, between work and home, which I think a lot of people actually live like that. You know, it takes something hard in your either in your personal life or health-wise to kind of wake you up from that and be like, okay, my life and my social life is not just something that I can ignore. You know, it's just part of my life. It's unhealthy. You know,
it's very difficult to build a diversified life portfolio
Balance,
and give enough time for you to make the money you need to survive and not, you know, be able to eat food and shit. Make, you know, find time to do things that you're passionate about, your hobbies, find time for your family, find time for your friends. It's a very difficult balance for a lot of people to maintain.
Right when the pandemic hit, I think, and I was having issues within my personal life and in my relationship. The closest relationship I had was collapsing the most.
Yeah.
And between the hours of work and the stress that it was in my mind, you kind of ignore things like that until they blow up. And once they blow up, you start to kind of question what you were doing, to a point, kind of to analyze it, where did I go wrong? And then you end up, dude, like, honestly, it's good to work, it's good to strive for better, it's always good to, but you actually have to balance your life. Without balance.
Can I ask, and you obviously don't have to tell me anything you don't want to, why did that personal relationship deteriorate? Did something happen?
I think it was a large amount of things, that happened and that added up to there. Communication, I think, was the main thing. I think once.
What did you say was the main
communication?
thing?
Communication.
Okay,
Yeah. To me, I think once you lose communication, you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
I said and I mean in everything, and that goes to show in sports. It goes to show in racing. I mean, if you pay attention to the fastest rally racers, they don't do it with a GPS. They do it with a person next to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that person next to them has a paper that tells you when the next corner is going to be, and they'll tell you next one is a corner sharp or slightly or drifted or whatever it is, and the
you
driver
need that to navigate.
So the driver is literally paying attention to the voice, that communication. Without that communication, that driver wouldn't be able to do that lap that fast.
Have you gotten better at communicating since
I think
then?
so, yeah, definitely. I honestly, due to the obvious painful time after that, I think that at least me, I took some time for myself. But when you like to communicate with people, when you like to be around people, I don't think that you can just shake that. When you're true like that, or if this is what you really like to do, you no matter how you hide it, it will always come back, even if you're wearing a Gecko custom.
Yeah.
Because it's what you like to do. And it doesn't matter how you're dressed or what you're doing, you're actually going to find a way to make it fun.
Yeah.
And make it good.
Yeah.
I commend you because, like I said, even if I wanted to set up a podcast, first thing I said, I don't want a podcast just to stay in one place.
You want to do something like this where you're kind of running all over the place?
Definitely. So
it's fun, man.
If I can get myself, and maybe I'll be selling out my idea right here. Maybe somebody with more money will just come and do it.
I hope you do, man. I hope you do set up there.
If somebody was me, if honestly I had enough money to be able to get my podcast in a goddamn jet, where I can just have my guests and pick them up, or they can come over, at some point. It might be that big, or even if it's just with the people that I'm gonna be taking on a vacation. But we're gonna do one hell of a podcast, moving, and we're gonna stop at different cities, and we're gonna participate with other people just like this.
I like the way that you phrased that, being in the moment of just participating in life.
Yeah,
that's why I like doing this. Is I feel like, it's funny because if I weren't a guest, we would never talk. Really, like I feel like I wouldn't just come up to you and start having this conversation. But now, because we're doing this, we are two strangers. We are talking. Other people are going to get to be in this moment and feel as though they got to talk to you too, and that's why
I'm telling you should be out here more often.
I'm only in town for a couple days, man.
Do it as much as you can out here. I think that honestly, a lot of people will have fun with you. With this will be a lot of fun for them, and you'll get to meet a lot of people.
And I got to say this too, and I was going to tell the people watching this, I was like. It was so hot and I was melting in this costume, and I couldn't find a good area to set up, and I was about to leave and give up and go back to where I'm staying and not film this because I was so tired. But I was like, and this happens to me all the time, where I'm about to give up, I'm about to just not do it, I'm not going to set anything up, and I just fucking am like, fuck it, let's just set up the first chair. And I get through it, and every time I do that, I end up having good interviews like this one. So I just try to think of this every time I'm in the moment where I really want to give up and go to sleep and not do it.
So believe it or not, my whole idea of living in the moment really started. I started to really play into it when I started to work the most, and I was up the most amount of time.
Yeah.
So I've been. In the lately couple of months, I've been doing 250 hours bi-weekly, so that's a month and a week and a half of work in time, in 2 weeks. And at the same time, I've been out here participating, living life, working out. That even if I was to work 40 hours in a job and I had all the time in the world, I wouldn't be in the gym all the ways. How come that now when I'm working 250 hours in 2 weeks, I'm going out with friends, I'm working out with friends, I'm running with friends.
So now that you
going
have
to the
less
events,
time, you're
I'm
doing more things. Weirdly enough. Why do you think
Now,
that is?
weirdly enough, isn't that what you see with a lot of successful people? Right? I mean, at that time, successful people, you might see them taking a ticket on a plane from here to there, and they have a meeting set up already, and this and that. But the less time that it seems like they have, the more things that you see them doing. It's kind of like getting on a bike and you hit your first 100 mile per hour, and then after that, you're kind of like, you know what, that was kind of fun. And you look around and you're like, I'm going 100, but it doesn't really look like I'm going 100. I'm passing cars, but the cars look so slow. Faster. I'm gonna keep on doing it.
That's you. You're that
and now
car
it's just
on the
addictive.
highway.
And I'm that car. I'm that bike on the highway. I'm taking off, and it's kind of like addictive feeling when you start doing that, and you notice that what I'm able to do it. So
well, I'll say this: I hope you don't crash.
Oh, definitely not. You gotta take your So you do it. You moderate yourself, and you gotta know yourself as to where to stop, where to take a break. And things like that before you crash.
Can I see your name again?
Jamie.
Jamie, is there anything at all you want to say to the people at the computer before we go? Any final thoughts?
Definitely. If there's something you want to do before, before you pass, if there's any hobby you want to get started, if there's something you always wanted to do in your life, and you want to get it done, start today before, it's too late. Before anything could happen, do it now. Live it. Experience it. See if that's for you, if that's really who you are in life.
Dude, thank you for talking to Gecko, man.
No,
this was fun,
here.
and good luck to you on your podcast,
Likewise.
dude. I'm sure I'll be seeing you around on the internet at some point.
Take care, brother.
Do you have an Instagram? Do you have a thing you want to plug real quick at all? If you got a plug, I'll let you plug, man.
Definitely not. I have restarted everything once I start everything, but I will be following you. We will be in touch.
Okay.
Hopefully, when I start my thing, I can have you over.
Okay.
And we can do something together.
Okay, I'll be back in Miami.
All right.
Later, man. Great talking to that guy, man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Everything I said was true about I was sitting right over there, and I was like, do not feel like doing this today. I really didn't. And we did it. We did a nice, cute little hour of talking to people in Miami Beach. It was fun. It was kind of intense, honestly. You guys know how this show goes, man. It's a mixed bag. Sometimes people are coming up and we're talking about lighthearted, silly stuff. This was a very the motivational Tony Robbins kind of an episode, and I hope that those of you guys who are listening to my voice right now and listens to the whole thing and got these guys' stories, and hopefully they resonated with you in some way. I know that my show is called Therapy Gecko, and I think people think it's about me giving advice, but I love nothing more than to just sit back and to hear what other people are saying about the world, and even if I don't, whatever, whether or not you disagree or agree or have a different opinion on whatever anyone says in this chair, it's just nice to kind of be able to listen to it raw and unfiltered from random people walking by. As always, it is an honor, it is a pleasure to be here and be a Gecko and talk to all these people. I've been on tour doing all these videos and all these shows and meeting all these people and having all these conversations, and I'm honored for it to be the thing that I get to do in between the space of me being born and me dying. And I'm hot in this Gecko costume, and I'm gonna go get out of it. Thank you all very much. God bless you. See you soon.